Hey Saber World, John from Sabers Forever again. I'm continuing the commission, believe it or not, the videos for them. So to finish it off, this is going to be the last one. We have a Graflex, a Roman Graflex, a New Hope version, and ESB style. So both of these, I'm just going to go over one. There are subtle differences that I did that I will talk about, and I will show them off. I'll probably do that first, but before I demo the board and everything. This one, the A New Hope, has more wires exposed in the chassis, you know, that you can actually see running. And this one has brass rods running instead of the wires, as if it was kind of upgraded. And the only reason that they're different like that is because these were ordered together. And I kind of wanted them to almost tell a little bit of a story, or have a story that could be told. So let's just look at that real quick. So these are both Goth 3D master chassis, 3D printed master chassis. So to get these out, I guess that's a good start. Is you have to raise the clamp, unscrew the bottom section, which it does have a tooth slot. You can see right there. So you'd have to, I'm going to put this in. Putting it in is also a little bit of a battle. But you have to squeeze, there's these fingers here. You have to squeeze both of them together with the clamp card open in line. And you have to squeeze them together to get it to go in. It's not really that difficult, but stick it in, twist it, and then the alignment for A New Hope is different than the ESB. It's not true. Just line them up like that. And the D-ring with the activation box should be facing so that the D-ring would be away. But, all right, let's look at the inside. So the parts that I'm talking about specifically to get access to, you need to loosen the eye. This unthreads. You're going to notice I don't do anything really quickly. It's just never a good idea with lightsabers. Threads can strip, and there's a lot of parts that are very expensive. So, you know, even if they're not expensive individually, they do add up. So you take the glass eye out, and then you loosen the red button, and this whole chassis comes out. And now we have an empty Graflex. And the chassis has a KR Elite blade holder, which is just stunning. And we have a Profi. You can actually remove, so you can open this door, which has your Bluetooth in there. And then you can remove this chassis piece to reveal the whole soundboard, which is a Profi V2.2, and then close that. It has a nice little snapping feel to it. You have another door down here, which you can kind of get your finger under, and that reveals your recharge port. Right now it has a kill key in it, and your kill switch. So it's off. I'm going to turn it on. And there is the chamber. And the wires I was talking about, you have them exposed right in there. So not too many, but you can see them, and it just gives it a little bit of a difference from the other. So let's look at that one. I'm going to leave this on, but I'm going to put it back together. So line up the eye hole. And each of these chassis, they only fit in the corresponding hilt. So the A New Hope chassis actually is aligned differently than the other chassis. They're just backwards because of where the clamps sit. So they look correct when you open them up. Tighten down your blade, or your red button, which is also your power button. Put your bottom on. If this ever doesn't feel like it's going on easily, it's because the door is probably in your way. And so you're just going to need to make sure that that's closed all the way. And then align your D-ring up so that when you close it... Oh, I didn't put it in. Oh, it came out. I skipped a step, guys. See? Don't do anything quick. All right, so make sure that this goes in all the way like that. Put your glass eye in. That'll hold it in place. Now close up the bottom. My door is in the way. Make sure your alignment's correct. Squeeze the fingers. Lock it all in place and make sure it's aligned correctly. Close the clamp. You're good to go. All right, and then power. And your auxiliary is actually here. All right, let's look at the Empire Strikes Back version. So I'll open this up in front of the camera. All right, so now we have, brass instead of wires. It's a little bit more together. Penny's super excited. And all of the same features. So you have your Bluetooth. And then you have your... I know. Oh, I know. You want me to tell them about the recharge port and the kill switch? Yeah. So let's turn this on. All right, I'm gonna put this back in here. I will say the red switch on the Empire Strikes Back doesn't need to be wrenched down all the way. Just enough. If you wrench it down too tight on this one, it does appear to be holding down the switch, so that's not going to help you at all if you're trying to use it. Your alignment should be so that your D-ring is in line farthest away from the clamp guard. So there you have that. With the blade plug, looks beautiful. This is springy, so that's fun. And then it's just a slide down and it slides back up. It's spring activated, so it slides back up. And then let's put a blade in the New Hope. So the blade retention screw, I am sending this with accurate screws for here. This is the one that I would recommend using. The one with the Allen wrench is what I would recommend for the blade when you're going to use that, just because it grabs better. It's a little bit longer than the replica screw. The replica screws are flat head screws, so you'll have a bag of actually 2 different options. Yay. All right, and then your blade will just slide right in. It's very deep. So once you feel it kind of get to the fingers, tighten down of the NPXL in there, just tighten down your set screw, your button head screw. And then power. Look, I didn't get it all the way down. It's even deeper. Amazing. Oh. we go. Something that's really nice that I did to this, actually, that I wanted to show off also is the sound venting inside. I removed the T-grips, and I don't know if this is actually going to work. I'm going to remove the bleed. I removed the T-grips. They had a little slot underneath that made sense for venting to go underneath. So there's some invisible venting underneath the T-grips. So now that I have that, let's shine a light through it, shall we? All right. So you can see under the T-grips, that's where the sound venting is. Anyway, it really helps with the volume a lot, because otherwise you're just relying on the rivet holes, which frankly isn't really enough. That pretty much does it. Thanks for looking, and if you ever want to get a commission of this, you can go on my website, sabersforever.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It'll help me out. Thank you. May the force be with you.